These are all my pepper plants. I'm going to be potting these up soon because I think they're not going to like being in these trays for very much longer. The gaps there is from when I took out the aubergines, eggplants. And some more peppers. In one of my south-facing bedrooms on the window ledge I have 6 pepper plants, chili plants. There are 2 habaneros and 4 jalapenos. In another bedroom on another south-facing windowsill I have my San Marzano. I potted these up. I watched Ray on the Praxis channel and he talks about putting 3 tomato plants in together and then growing them in the space that you would grow one. And as I'm a little bit limited for space with all my tomatoes, I thought I'd try it. And these are the coeur de boeuf, which are apparently an ox heart, not a beefsteak tomato. Exactly what the difference is I don't know, I think it's just the shape. And again I put those 3 to a pot. These are my Bulgarian heirloom tomatoes. One's called Baba and another one is called Cuban, and another one has no name at all. It was just handed down through families. And they're all beefsteak. I've never grown them before and shall be interested in what they produce. These are my red cherry. Again, I've planted these 3 to a pot. They were getting really tall. And these will in fact be going outside into my little greenhouse out in the back garden for an hour or 2 because it's getting really warm outside, and in the greenhouse it'll be lovely and they'll get some extra light. I'll only put them out there for an hour or 2 for the first few days, and they won't stay out at night at all because it gets a little bit too cold. Especially recently we've had fog at night and it does bring the temperature right down. And I think the foghorn has only just stopped blaring out there. In my Heath Robinson light box I have up the back there are Brussels sprouts and, I don't know if you can see them, red cabbage just starting. Mind the light, which I haven't put on. Those are cauliflowers. Running up between them are melons, cantaloupe. Never grown those before. Interested to see if they will actually grow in our climate. These are various cucumbers and courgettes or zucchini. Don't usually grow these this early, but I'm going to try them under cover and see if I can spread the harvesting out a bit. Otherwise we tend to have a huge glut right in August. These are some more tomatoes which I've just started recently. These are Russian black and black Krim. Supposed to be really flavoursome. And the two, this plant here, and that one there, they are daturas, which I'm growing for the garden. And in this box I've got my agi peppers and my eggplants, which weren't doing very well in the flat trays, so I put them into white cups in the hope that they will do a little bit better. Over here we have the dahlias. These are annuals, and they are doing okay, so should have a decent show out in the garden. Down here I have two pots of lemon plants. These are lemons, and these are some I started later. I've never germinated them before, but it's very successful this year. Behind them is a seedling of a tree. I picked up one of the pods from under a tree, but I don't actually know what the tree is. Wait to find out when the leaves come through a little bit better. Bit of a surprise one. This is cat grass for the cats. And then these are my herbs. And we have thyme, mint, that one's a basil, or basil. The one behind it is a lemon basil, chives, parsley at the back, looking a bit leggy but never mind, and dill, the tall ones there. These are my failures. These are my cosmos. 3 years ago I grew cosmos and they were lovely. I have never been able to grow them since. I have no idea what I do wrong, but I obviously do something wrong. If I end up with half a dozen plants, I should be happy this year, but I suspect maybe not. These just coming through. These just coming through now are gherkins, pickling cucumbers. I shall be using the dill for those. And behind I've just got some spring onions which I bought in the shops and planted up. Spring onions are scallions, I think. I just use the green tops at the moment. And then these great big things are asparagus plants. I planted some asparagus in one of my allotments about 4 years ago now, and they did absolutely nothing. When I dug the bed over, I found the plants still in there. So I popped them in pots and said, if you're going to do something, you need to do it, and then I'll put you in another bed. It looks like I'm going to have to dig another bed at some point for them. These great big things are castor oil plants. Over here we tend to grow these as annuals because they don't really survive the frosts that we get. I got 20 seeds and foolishly planted the whole lot, and I now have 16 plants coming through. I'm sure some of my neighbours will like them. And next to them are my cannas. I got 11 in total out of 14 seeds, which isn't too bad. And in there with them, that's my first banana. and it's already beginning to outgrow them, and I think it's probably going to need repotting very shortly. And these are some of the seeds I want to start shortly. Some marigolds, some French mix, some Nicotiana, some larkspur, and some Rudbeckia. Should make a good show. And something else arrived in the post earlier this week which I must plant up this weekend. In this little box and amongst all the tissue is this. Isn't that cute? It's a little bottle of chia seeds. I almost don't want to open the bottle. So I'll be planting those up this weekend when I plant up all my annuals. I've just cleared a lot of space up in the planting room to accommodate everything.